My name's Chris Hadfield, and you are watching Average Row.
Today is Canada Day, but it isn't any normal Canada Day. It's Canada's 150th birthday. And there's all sorts of celebrations and parties going on in each town and city across Canada. But I'm fortunate enough to be in Ottawa, which is the nation's capital. And here, like, all of the roads going into the downtown core are blocked off, and there's crazy things happening at Parliament Hill and the ByWard Market, and every single part of downtown. So I'm very glad that I get to be here today to be in this huge celebration of my country and to share with you guys why Canada is so special.
Flashback.
So we're on a big double-decker bus right now heading downtown, and the reason that we're taking a bus is because all of the entrances to downtown are blocked off, so we can't drive there. And this is really neat. I've never actually been in a double-decker bus, but there's a really cool view here. It's quite a rainy day. So we made it downtown, and as you can see, the police presence here is very strong, so now it's time to go through security to get to Parliament Hill. So we're waiting in line to get up to the Parliament Hill, and this is probably the biggest lineup I've ever seen in my life. It's gonna take a little while, but we're gonna do it because Parliament Hill is one of the places that we need to go, so. Still waiting. So we've been in line for about an hour now. We're still waiting. We still have quite a ways to go, but we're gonna do it to get to Parliament Hill. It's gonna happen. So we've been in line for almost 2.5 hours, and it looks like we're missing the opening ceremony at Parliament Hill. It's not the end of the world, but this line is sort of formed into a giant clump here, so there's nothing we can really do, but still, we'll still be able to see the air show. We've been in line for almost 3 hours, and the ceremony has already started, but we're past the point of no return, so we're gonna get into Parliament one way or the other, so just gotta keep waiting. So we just made it through the first line of security. Now we're heading down. Hopefully we can get to Parliament Hill very soon, but the line just picked up like that and we were in. So let's keep going. So we finally made it through security. We're in the main area, and there's a big stage over there. We're on this road. There's a huge section that's just for people who get through security, and we're able to look around and do some pretty crazy things. So.
Idéal de pays, d'ordre et de bon gouvernement.
Canada Day.
Bonne fête, Canada. Happy birthday, Canada.
Saw Walk Off the Earth, which is one of my favorite bands right now. Trudeau was up here, the Governor General, a bunch of really cool people, and they introduced the two newest astronauts, newest Canadian astronauts, which was crazy. So we're up at the front, we have good seats, for more of the show to go on.
End of flashback.
So right behind me is Chris Hadfield, and he is one of the most famous Canadian astronauts. I just saw him, that blew my mind, but there's him, and then there's also those two new Canadian astronauts right there, so that's a really neat thing. Commander Hadfield.
How are you guys today? Very good. You want a picture?
Yeah, that'd be
Go ahead, stand there.
So we're leaving Parliament Hill now. I had a great time. We weren't here early enough to see the opening show, which sadly was because of security. And usually I try to keep my vlogs pretty positive, but the security and just the lineup waiting was absolutely terrible. But I still had a good time. We got to the very front of the crowd for the show. I got to see Justin Trudeau, Prince Philip. I got to see the Governor General. Also, Walk Off the Earth, and they're a band that I really like. And also the two newest Canadian astronauts. So some pretty crazy things. But now we're heading to different parts of downtown because there's a lot more to check out. We're in the ByWard Market right now. Favorite restaurant in Ottawa, and there's quite a lineup going into it because it's Canada Day, but it's worth the wait.
2 hours later.
So we're front row and we're waiting for the Mother concert to start. This big storm is rolling in right now, so we have the poncho back on, umbrellas at the ready, but I still cannot wait to see this concert. It's pouring right now. All the water is falling off the top of the concert stage right onto us. So I'm trying not to get super duper wet. So it's the next day and I had a blast on Canada Day. And there were a lot of things that I was hoping to see that I didn't end up seeing, but then there were a lot of things that I didn't think I would see or I didn't even know were going on that I did see. And it was super, super interesting, and I did have a really good day. But one of the things that really stood out to me was the resilience in Canadian people. Because yesterday, in that massive lineup going into security, which is understandable considering what goes on in the world today, but in that lineup, people were still laughing and being happy and joking and just enjoying themselves, even though they were in a line for hours on end. And also, while I was waiting for a concert that never ended up happening because of the weather, people were standing there in the rain, laughing and joking about it, and then they started singing "O Canada." After the concert wasn't going on for like 15 minutes, other people started entertaining the people of the concert by doing a massive mudslide on the ground and just, they found something else to entertain themselves with. Okay. This guy's crazy. It just showed me how resilient and patient and just kind and friendly Canadians are. Recently, a YouTube channel called Collective Iris asked me to submit a video where I tell them what makes me happy. And I love that video. It's a great concept, so I'll put a link right up in the corner. If you're interested, make sure to go check it out. And I really like that concept so much that I wanted to do something similar. So I reached out to a bunch of fellow Canadians and some Canadian YouTubers and asked them, what do they love about Canada?
Hi, my name is J.R. Alley.
Dan King.
My name's Rob.
My name is Cam Jones.
My name's Tyson.
What I love best about Canada is probably summed up in one of the lines of our national anthem. It says, God keep our land glorious and free. And I don't know if you've looked outside lately, but we live in one glorious part of the world. Whether it's the Atlantic, the Pacific, whether it's up north, whether it's the Rocky Mountains, the prairies, or the Great Canadian Shield, or anywhere else in our country, we live in a beautiful, beautiful place.
I swear Canada has some of the nicest people in the world. Like, I have been to multiple different countries, and when you come back, you're always just like, it's like a breath of fresh air getting to talk to a fellow Canadian, going to Tim Hortons, getting a little coffee, catching up. People are just so kind, and I think that is what allows such a diverse community to work well together, is the overall kindness of the country and the love that Canada shows within its own country and then to other countries around the world.
I love Canada because there's a lot of cool animals and they're really cool and cute.
Canada is a country that prides itself on diversity and inclusiveness, no matter what race, religion, or gender. I'm proud to call Canada my home because it's the country I grew up in. From east to west, from the Rocky Mountains to the cityscapes, Canada has it all.
The other thing I love about Canada is that it's free. We're free to pursue friends of whatever ethnicity we want. We can practice whatever religion we want. We can go to school for whatever we want. We can do whatever job we want. This is a land of opportunities. It's a land of freedom. It's a beautiful country.
We have the coolest and the kindest people out there, and that's a great combination.
I think what Canada means to me is that it's home. And what's so special about Canada is that it's not just home to me, it's home to so many different people from so many different walks of life. Canada is an incredibly diverse country with different cultures represented, different like geographical regions and landmarks and landscapes. And I think the fact that we're able to all live happily and safely in Canada together, where we can share our ideas, share our different cultures, is really, really special.
For me, following my passions is something that I hold really close to me. This is a country where your dreams can come true, where if you work hard enough, no matter who you are, you can do what you love. I will always be happy to call Canada my home.
Epilogue.
I didn't get to see the snowbirds, I didn't get to see Bono from U2, I didn't get to see the Prime Minister's opening speech, I didn't get to see Mother Mother, and I didn't get to see the fireworks. But I did see fellow Canadians getting together and having a good time despite the long security lines and the bad weather. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have already subscribed, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss anything in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.